Peace, peace, peace. Rami Salam Mel here. I appreciate you watching right now, wherever you are. Much love to you and yours. There's a lot of craziness going on in the world. We got to spread more love instead of hating this world. We got to uplift our people. We don't need to down anybody. We need to uplift everybody, even the ones that are doing wrong. We got to find something we love about them, find something that's positive, find something that's divine, and love that part of them. You know what I mean? Until we can heal the rest of them. Enough of that. Let's get to the topic today. Moorish Science is the answer to black people's problems. I know that's a very bold statement. Some of you may have seen the title and already come to conclusions or have your assumptions. Some of you may have seen the title, say, I'm not even gonna watch it. You know, seen 2 seconds, 3 seconds and already hit the X. And for those people, it's okay. You know what I mean? For those people that already have a preconceived idea of what Moorish Science is, or who Moors are, or what Moors are about, and don't want to give the information an opportunity and to learn and expand your mind, it's okay. I was once at that point too. Many people were. And hopefully in the future you'll double back on this video and you realize, man, maybe it was, I need to listen to this a little bit more, because maybe it was something I missed in there. But until that time, peace and much love to you. For now, you can just hit that X. Still there? Alright, cool. So now let's get to it. Moorish Science is the answer to black people's problems. Now, before really understanding how that's true, you first need to break down what Moorish Science is. What is it? Well, Moorish obviously is the true name for our people, so-called black people, so-called African Americans, people of color. And science, if you look it up, is basically an organized, a compiled group of knowledge, whether it be about chemistry, biology, physics, etc., etc. So really, it's saying that Moorish knowledge is the answer for black people. It's the answer to black people's problems. Now, why is that the truth? Well, because knowledge of ourselves is the answer. That's the whole problem. That's the real crux of this situation that we're in. We don't know who we are. We think we're black. We think we're people of color. You know, we think we're African American. We think we're Negroes. We think we're Afro American. We think we're Black American. We think we're melenated. We think we're, niggers, colored folk. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a new name tomorrow. And all of those names, we do have history under those names, but that's not our true name. And once we get to the knowledge of ourselves, then we will truly understand our situation. But even further than that, because that's kind of generic, just saying, let me let that plane go through. But even saying knowledge of ourselves, that's kind of generic. That's kind of very broad, very wide. It doesn't really explain. Matter of fact, when I heard people say, you need to have knowledge yourself, I was like, well, what does that really mean? Let's break it down a little bit further. Break it down just a little bit further. Where you come from, what your true religion or way of life is or was before it was taken and was replaced by Negro. What are your names? What is your history? Who are some of the great people, your great ancestors? All of this is important because now it gives you a basis of understanding of where you came from, where we came from. And it helps us understand how we got here. And it can show us the way out. But I want to go a little bit deeper than that, because it's a little bit deeper than just that. You see, Noble Drew Ali specifically brought us his book right here. It's called The Holy Quran, or the Moorish Holy Temple of Science. And I know when most people hear Quran, they're thinking Prophet Muhammad, they're thinking religion, they're thinking Islam, which is understandable. But this book here is a little bit different. Its main focus, half of it, is about the missing part of Jesus or Yahshua or Isa. Isa ibn Maryam was his Muslim or Arabic name. Half of the book is about his life when he was 12 to 30. The other half is wisdom and instructions for guess who? Us. And when I went and I looked back at it recently, I started realizing it got instructions and it got guidance for all the problems we're dealing with. It got a chapter on religion. It got a chapter on husbands. Shout out to Kevin Hart. It got a chapter for wives. It got a chapter on instructions for your children. It got a chapter on instructions for the children's obedience to the father. It has, what else do we have? It had, let me pull this out real quick. It got instructions for sincerity. It got instructions for gratitude, justice. It got a chapter on knowing yourself. It got a chapter on misery. It got a chapter on Christianity. It got a chapter on weakness, inconsistency. I mean, it got everything that we need. And so the question I have for you is, why aren't we applying this knowledge? Why aren't we applying this science? Answer in the comment box below. Shoot me an email, iamhhtemple@gmail.com. Let me know why you think this information won't help us. Peace.